for this ministry, eventually it's going to pay off. You better believe it, man. It's going to pay off like you'll never believe. Okay? And by the way, we're the highest value male on this planet. The men of the Lord, the men of this truth, the hopeful elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the highest value male there is. And this world will see this, man. As a matter of fact, let me segue to the scripture since I made that bold statement. Let me back it up. The greatest thing you can have is this knowledge of this truth, man. There is nothing more greater. This is the highest value there is. This is the most expensive money there is, this knowledge, this truth. 1 John, the 3rd chapter, the 1st verse, it says, "Beloved, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us." Let me read that again. Did you catch that? Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us. Giving us this knowledge, giving us this truth, giving us an insight to the future world. Okay? That we should be called the sons of God. Another title for the sons of God is Israelites, princes of power. And this knowledge, this truth ensures that we're the son of God. Just like the son of God. Didn't he get the truth? Didn't he get the knowledge? Yahweh Shai. Well, there you go. And we're following right in his footsteps, man. Okay, let's read it again. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not. As it stands right now, the world don't know us. But they're getting ready to. They're getting ready to be introduced to us. Because the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai, is going to magnify us. Okay? And he's going to magnify his son. His son is going to get magnified first, and then us. Okay? Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. There you go. Behold, or beloved, rather, now are we the sons of God, because we have this truth, we have this knowledge, right? And it doth not yet appear what we shall be. To who? To the world. But we know that when he shall appear, and that's what we're waiting for Yahweh shall appear, crack them skies with the angels, right? The chariots, the whole nine. We shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. And the scriptures tell us that Yahweh Shai is coming in great power and glory. So when Yahweh Shai comes, he's going to magnify us, man. He's going to magnify us, okay? And we wait for that.
Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Yahweh Shai, who hath blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Yahweh Shai, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahweh Shai to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will, to the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation, hopefully out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopefully the believers, the listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. What I want to get into this morning, is thinking beyond the flesh, because we was all brought up in Western culture to where our decision making, was based in the flesh. we was conditioned, to music, to media, all right, which created a culture, in the neighborhoods we grew up in. Okay, so from our peers, all right, and pretty much we was groomed to make decisions in the flesh. Okay, but as we came into the ministry, now we understand moving in the spirit, and we're going to go into these things, man. Because we're in a time now where we gotta think beyond the flesh, because thinking in the flesh leads to terrible decision making, man. And our past decision making, when we made decisions just based off the flesh, all right, we see, okay, we made bad decisions, man. When we reflect back, on our life and look at how we was moving, moving in the flesh, everything that we did was based off of emotion, off of feeling, you know, off some type of pleasure. Okay, we see, all right, that those decisions, all right, were terrible decisions, man, for the most part. Now, as we learn to move in the spirit, we move in a completely different way. Okay, because guess what? The spirit has given us a standard. Before we wasn't moving in the standard. It was all based on the emotion and the feeling, being in the flesh, man. Okay, so let's go here. Let's get straight to some precepts. All right. We'll start here in the book of Galatians. All right, so this is the book of Galatians chapter 6. Okay, verse 7. It says, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that he shall also reap." Okay, and this society teaches you to what? Sow to the flesh. Okay, sow to your emotions, sow to what you feel is right. What we was taught to move what we thought was right. Okay, verse 8 says, "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption." Okay, and when you're sowing to the flesh, you're sowing based off of an emotion, off of feeling, off of pleasure. Okay, and you reap what you reap. Okay, how many men and women, based off the flesh, based off pleasure, now you're complaining about your trash baby mother, okay, or your trash baby father. Why? Because what? You sold to the flesh. You made a decision based off of pleasure and off of emotion. Okay? How many bad decisions have been made based off a good sex, man? She had some good boxer, he had some good ride, and I'm saying it like that because it is what it is. How many bad decisions was based off that? How many bad decisions was based off chasing money, chasing the bag? Okay, which money is necessary, all right? But when you lose your morals for the bag, look at the decisions that were made. You see? And you reap, all right? If you sow in the flesh, you reap in the flesh corruption. Okay, and those decisions, all right, what did they do? They became a hindrance. Now you're in a situation where your decision making is a hindrance in your life now, man. Okay, it said, "But he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting." And when we say being in the spirit, what does that mean? Okay, because the spirit comes with a standard, and where is the standard found? In the book. Okay, matter of fact, let's see what's the spirit when you're sowing in the spirit. Okay, we throw that term spirit around a lot. Okay, let's get into it. This St. John 6 and 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. See, all those decisions that we made in the flesh, they profited to nothing, man. Okay, they came out to nothing. When we reflect on our decisions that we made in the flesh, it was a waste. Okay, They didn't profit anything, man. You know, like how you know it don't profit nothing, because if you take those decisions away, will we be better off? Certain decisions that we made in the flesh, you know. You see, it says, "Is a spirit that quickeneth, in the flesh profited nothing." The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So this word is a spirit. You see, and what's within these words? Okay, there's a standard when you're in the spirit. There's a purpose when you're in the spirit. We're not just doing things haphazardly, man. This is 2 Timothy 3:16 says, all scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High, all right, in the spirit, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. Okay, so when we in the spirit, we're moving in the instructions of righteousness. There's an order that Israelite men should be under. There's a certain level of discipline that we should be under when we're in the spirit. There's a purpose, all right, when we're in the spirit. We're not just doing things based off feeling and pleasure. Now, there's pleasure within righteousness. Okay? There's pleasure within, that you can have a standard and be in order and still, enjoy pleasure. Okay, but this society taught us to just chase after the emotions, the pleasure, the feeling of a thing. Okay, that's why you have that, the Hollywood romance. Okay, that's why you have that, the music videos when Jake and the money, the cars, the women. But there's no order, there's no standard, there's no righteousness. Now we in the spirit. There's an order that we're under. There's a discipline. There's a standard that we're under now. So now we're moving in the spirit. Now we're moving with a purpose. As Israelite men and as Israelite women, we should be, we should be moving what? In purpose now. Okay? We should be living a life that reflects the righteousness of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. That's being in the spirit. Because what spirit are we in? The spirit of our power, man. Okay? When we're being niggas, okay, Miss Independence and feminists and hoes, and when you're in that spirit, you're a reflection of the flesh, which is of the beast. Okay, but when we move in order, we are a representation of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Now we're moving in the spirit. Okay, and that's why we have to be in the mindset now that we're thinking beyond the spirit. Beyond the flesh and moving in the spirit. Okay, so let's go here. All right, this is the book of Galatians, chapter 5. All right, verse 16. It said, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." Okay, because the flesh is off the chain. The flesh has no boundaries. Okay, the flesh is not concerned, with the kingdom that Yahweh Shai is about to bring to the earth. The flesh wants to enjoy it right now. Okay, and if we make decisions in the flesh, it's going to be a temporal decision, man. Okay, now we're thinking long term. Now we're thinking, and the scriptures say these are they that put off the mortal and put on the immortal. It begins with the way we think. We're putting off that mortal way of thinking, which is of the flesh, the temporary, the instant pleasure, the instant clout, the instant gratification. We're putting those, you putting that way of thinking off and putting on what? The immortal, man. Now our decision making should be in the spirit. So we're walking in the spirit. Let's get the word walk. Would you always go into it? All right, let's get the word walk in the Greek.
Strong's G 4043. Peripateo. Peripateo.
Peripateo. Okay? And it says to walk. It says to make one's progress, to make due use of opportunities. Hebrews, for to live, to regulate one's life, to conduct oneself. So if we're walking in the spirit, we're walking in the standard. Our decision making is beyond the flesh now. We're thinking beyond the flesh now. Okay? When we're out moving, because in the world as men, what do? We went to the club, and we, whoever had the best shape, we based our decision making based off how a woman was shaped. Terrible decisions, man. And sometimes that decision leads to a lifetime of regret. Okay? We was in the flesh. We wasn't moving in the spirit. We wasn't thinking like, okay, how could she be an asset to what I got going on in the spirit? I'm a servant, because we got, as men, we got to take ourselves serious, man. It's another thing, man, brothers, we got to take ourselves serious, man. No one is going to take us serious if we don't serious, man. If we don't take what we do serious, man, no one else is. Okay? So we got to be extremely serious about, our purpose in Yahushua, man, and make decisions based off that, and anything in money, in a job, when you working or whatever, man, you got to, okay, is this taken away from the spirit? Is this a hindrance right now? That's why scripture says, if thy right eye offend thee, what? Cut it out. Okay? What does that mean? Like, if something's a hindrance, it has to be removed. Like, we got to take, like, now, if something becomes a hindrance, in the spirit, is stopping me from doing what I need to do in the spirit, okay, the first thing I do is isolate it, and the second thing, weigh my options. Well, can I reduce it to where it's not a hindrance, or do I need to cut it off completely? Okay, and make a decision based off, all right, the spirit. And this is where we at, man. Like, we gotta take serving Yahweh Shema Shai serious on another level. Okay, so we regulate, or we conduct ourselves based on the spirit, man. As Israelite men, as we understand our purpose, we have to move in the spirit and not be in the flesh, even when it comes to money, when it comes to women, when it comes to family. Okay, we have to move in the spirit. You see, we have a much higher purpose, and this is just a temporal situation. We have an eternal kingdom to look forward to, man. So we don't view things in the flesh, like you feel some type of way because you miss, your auntie birthday party because you had to go camp. Nah, man. Okay, we beyond that. All right, we're walking in the spirit now. Okay. All right, verse 17 said, for the flesh lusted against the spirit. See, the flesh is in opposition against the spirit. The flesh wants to chill. The flesh wants to relax all the goddamn time. The flesh wants to be comfortable. Nah, man. To be great, hey, we got to be uncomfortable, man. Okay, to be greater and within our lot, we got to be uncomfortable, man. For the most part. There's certain times where you kind of get to chill and, move around a little bit, but for the most part, man, hey, we're gonna be uncomfortable, man, and because we are in the society that's anti-Messiah, and we're pro-Messiah, so it's gonna be uncomfortable, man. Okay, and it says, and the spirit against the flesh. The spirit. That's why Yahushua said, what? The flesh is weak, man. The flesh weak as hell. The flesh will go for anything, man. The flesh is gullible. Okay, the flesh will go for anything, man. You see, but the spirit is like, nah, man. Let's get this work, man. Let's be active for Yahweh Shema Shai. That's the spirit. Okay, and these are contrary the one to another, so that you cannot do the things that ye would. Yeah, because if we're making decisions in the flesh, okay, we're pretty much blotting out, we're blotting out the spirit. Because when you make spirit decisions in the flesh, you get tied to these particular decisions, man. And these things become a hindrance, man. Okay? So we have to learn to walk beyond the flesh, man, to move beyond the flesh and be in the spirit. Let's go here. Yep, the brother posted some. This is the brother GMS prayer, always hopeful, elect, the brother Corner Waff. Romans 8:5. It says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. See, when you're in the flesh, you mind the things of the flesh. You're overly concerned, with women. You're overly concerned with chasing the bag. You're overly concerned with clout and status in this society. Okay, you over concerned with being popular if you're in the flesh, man. But when you in the spirit, man, you block those things out, and we have that single focus, man. That hyper focus on spiritual things, man. Okay. Why you see Jake, is obsessed with being cute with the dreads and the lineups, because they in the flesh. They still want to be cute for Eve, man. They in the flesh. Okay? Jake spent all this time being cute, and she come out the house with bonnet and goddamn pajamas, man. Goddamn SpongeBob pajamas, man. Okay? Jake in the flesh. And then you're chasing something that's devaluing. What you have to understand in this society, if you're attached to this society, you're devaluing, man. The money is devaluing, the foods is devaluing, women are devaluing, man. Men are devaluing. Okay? So if you're in the flesh and you're putting all this emphasis on the flesh, man, you're doing that for something that's devaluing, man. But guess what's gaining value? Yahweh Shai. You see? And being in Yahweh Shai increases our value, man. And when we understand these things and start to move in that way, then we begin to flourish within our lot, man, more and more. Okay. Verse 6, it says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, man. And there's peace when we're in the spirit, man. Because we're not here to impress the earth, man. We're here for Yahweh Shai, man. And Yahweh Shai shows appreciation, man. You can bend over backwards and inconvenience yourself and go all out, for people in this world, man, and don't get no appreciation, man. Okay, but guess what? What we do for Yahweh Shai is appreciated, man, and he's gonna really show his appreciation when he returns, man. But you can feel the appreciation from Yahweh Bashim Al Shai when you're in the spirit, man. When you locked in, when you all about the Father's business, when you all about the business of Yahweh Shai, you can feel it. There's a peace, and that peace is invaluable, man. You can't get there from this world, man. Okay, that society, it can't give it. As Yahweh Shai said, I believe that's is that St. John 14. Yep, let's get this. Yep, it's both of them. St. John 14:27 says, peace I leave you, I leave with you. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. My peace I give unto you, not as the world give it, man. Yeah, man, because this peace that comes from Yahweh Shai is within, and it don't fluctuate. As long as we're in the spirit, man, that peace is there. As long as we're on our purpose in the spirit, that peace is there. Okay. You see, the world gives you temporary. You make decisions in the flesh, and you get that temporary release, that temporary, sense of pleasure, then it fades away and there's emptiness again, man. That's why people are in the flesh, they chase, particular things because they're trying to fill that void of emptiness, man. But when we in Yahweh Shai, when we're in our purpose, man, we don't have that emptiness, man. We know that we're serving a purpose that's beyond anything that this world has to offer, man. That's why we get the peace beyond anything that this world has to offer, man. Okay? It says, I give unto you, not as the world give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid, man, which is our mind. Okay? St. John 16:33. These things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. Okay, and we have peace in Yahweh Shai, man. The more we understand Yahweh Shai and what he's about to bring to the earth, man, and righteousness, man, we have a peace in it. Okay, how he made, we understand, we have the chance to be potential joint heirs, man. The power and the rank that's coming in Yahweh Shai, we have peace in that, man. We don't have that void to where we got to prove something to the world, man. Okay, we have to prove something to women, man. We have, we beyond that, man. They don't even matter anymore. Okay, the world's opinion don't matter anymore. A woman's opinion, because this society is heavily based off the opinions of women. Okay, niggas are the way they are based off the opinions of women, man. Okay, but we don't have that, man. We have our peace in Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and this culture is finna be destroyed, man. So we have people that's fighting tooth and nail to impress a society that's finna be destroyed at the return of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, it says in the world you should have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Okay, and as we go through this tribulation, guess what? We have peace within tribulation because we know what's to come. All right, and overcoming this world, a big part of overcoming this world, man, is overcoming the opinions of this society, man. When you stop caring about the opinions of this society, when you're not a slave to your lust to the woman, that's another, as a man, as an Israelite man, when you're not a slave to your lust to the woman, then you can overcome, then you can really start becoming, man. And I'm speaking through experience, man. When you overcome, that lust towards the woman, when you just, look at the woman as just some great thing of all, like it's just a great accomplishment just to get some box, man. When you get over that way of thinking, man, as men, then you can really be in the spirit and move in the way that's pleasing unto Yahweh by Shema Shai. Okay, when you start looking for things to what they are, and that's another thing, like a lot of women are so overvalued, man, because Jake is just stuck in their lust, man. To where they still in this spirit of woman worship, man. But when you're not in your lust, man, it's like you take the blinders off, man, and you really can see the value of a woman. And in America, man, it's like, dang. Okay, when you really look at a woman not in lust, then you can really assess a woman's value when you're not in your lust, man. Okay, just so happy to get your rocks off, man. Okay, and that's something, that we mature into, man. Some brothers have, more experience than others, and different experiences. Okay, but hey, we all got to get beyond that, man. Okay. Let's see. So let's go here. All right, I want to get some accounts real quick, because our forefathers, they didn't move like that, man. They wasn't just, overwhelmed, because a woman is a beautiful thing, her order, man. But you gotta understand, like, that the American women have been so defiled, and so devalued, by, this society of being exposed to so much, sexually liberated. They've been defiled so much, to where if you're in the flesh, okay, you're putting a lot of emphasis in something that doesn't really have a lot of value, you know. Yahweh Shai, that's where the value is, man. Now I want to get this account here just to show you the mindset of our forefathers. This is Ruth 4:1. It says, then when Boaz up to the gate and set him down there and beheld the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by, unto whom he said, ho, such a one, turn aside, sit down here. And he turned aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city, all right, and said, sit ye down. And they sat down. And he called unto the kinsman, all right, and he said unto the kinsman, Naomi, this is that is come out of the country of Moab, selleth a parcel of land which was our brother's Elimelech's. All right, and it says, I thought to advertise thee, saying, buy it before the inhabitants and before the elders of my people. If thou will redeem it, redeem it. But if thou will not redeem it, I then then tell me that I may know, for there is none to redeem it beside thee, and I am after thee. And he said, I will redeem it. So Boaz is pretty much, of the tribe of Judah, okay? And what he's doing, he's letting his kinsmen know about a piece of land, that is up for sale due to the death, of their kinsman, Elimelech's. Okay, so he is doing his duty as the kinsman, which he wasn't the first in line to buy the land, but he had to let them know. And then if they didn't want it, he would be able to purchase the land. But what came with the land? Then said Boaz, what day thou buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy also of Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. So you like, look, when you buy the land, Ruth come with it, show you the woman, was the property of a man. So you like, if you buy this land, this woman come with it. You got to take Ruth, the Moabitess with it. Okay. It says, and the kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I'll mar my own inheritance. Redeem thou my right to thyself, for I cannot redeem it. So you had the kinsman who was next, but who was before Boaz, was like, look, I can't do nothing with that right now. It'll kind of tank what I got going on. It'd be too much for me right now. Okay? Like, look, you redeem it for yourself. You buy it for yourself. You in the, particular position where you can deal with that. Okay? Showing you that what? He wasn't in lust. He didn't look at Ruth and be like, damn, yeah, hell yeah, man. He wasn't, just overly excited because a woman came. Nah, he was just like, nah, I got too much going on. They wasn't in the flesh. They wasn't walking in the flesh, man. Because he knew, hey, that taking on that land and that woman, that was going to require extra maintenance. So he was like, look, that's going to, be too much for me right now. You better equipped to deal with that, man. Okay, showing y'all forefathers just went woman crazy, man. Like they wasn't just in the flesh. These were men of restraint. Okay, which the scriptures, they what? All right. They promote that, man. All right, if a brother can post it and let's get a few precepts. All right. Let's get Sirach 25 and 21. Let's get Sirach 25 and 21. And let's get Sirach 18 verses 30 and 31. And let's also get Sirach 7 and 26. Yep, Sirach 7 and 26. Now I'm gonna get this, and this is what Apostle Paul was writing to the churches, man. Okay, because we have to understand, we got to understand the circumstances and the situation that we are in. Okay, yeah. So, hey, Shalom, my God, Bashima Shabrakata. All right, this the brother Tazamak out of Memphis. GMS through the fire too. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Okay, because in this society, we're taught to do what, man? Go after what we see. And these women, they see everything has been over sexualized in this society as well. And our forefathers didn't move like that. They didn't move like that. See, we've been so over sexualized in this society to where, you see the women with the fitted dresses, you see the women with the tights, the shorts, all over the place, man. Okay. And then this world wants you in this, because the elites, they know, but they want men in this Johnny Bravo spirit where they always are trying to get their rocks off, man. Okay, with a beautiful woman, the scriptures say how the beauty of a woman cheereth up the countenance. A man will have nothing better. Okay, so the scriptures are not against a woman being beautiful, but when you stumble at these things, when these things become a hindrance, okay, towards your purpose, then it's a problem. Okay, and if you desire a woman strictly just off pleasure, you're in the flesh. Okay, you go get this trash ass woman, all right, and she show you she trash. Okay, I got a little clip I want to play where the woman show you she trash in her actions, and you get the trash woman pregnant, but then pray for me, brothers. Why? Why? Okay, that was super stupid. You see, it's like good grief. You at baby number 3. You see, with trash. All right, and I mean trash, like that nigga from Facebook, man. Okay. Nah, man, we gotta move beyond that, man. We gotta move beyond moving in the flesh, man. Thinking in the flesh, man. We gotta get beyond that, man. Especially in this society where women are worse than they ever been. If brother get that thing at 1 Corinthians 13:11, when I was a child. All right, you gotta get beyond that, man. Okay. I say this society is extremely over sexualized where people make decisions based off pleasure. You look at a woman and you wonder, like, damn, this nigga is terrible. Like, what? He's terrible in every category. Okay, but why does she stick around? Why does she be drugged through the mud by this nigga, man? Because of pleasure. Okay, stop playing games. It is because of pleasure. You like, damn, she, why is she going? Why is she going? Like she going backwards? Like what's going on? Pleasure. Okay. Whenever you see situation, you on the outside looking in, and it doesn't make sense, man. It's a situation that's based off pleasure. Cause he trash in every category except for one, and that's the pleasure. Okay. And be having the woman glued to them niggas, man. Jacking their life up, man. Permanently. You see? Because it's a decision based in the flesh and pleasure. Okay? Let's go here. This the brother. Corner wife, GMS pray always hope for elect. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thy appetites, man. And this is where we really start to become men. You see, this society tells you that you're a man when you just have all these, multiple women all over the place and you just popping them. Nah, man. You really start becoming into manhood with restraint. When you're able to restrain thyself, when you're able to be conserve, your lust, man. To rule over your lust, man. Okay? You see? Because when you do those things, verse 31, it's the brother The brother Tazamach, GMS through the fire, Sirach 18:31. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies that malign thee. Yeah. And that's literal, man. You become a goddamn laughing stock, man. You know, all these, you got these baby mothers that these promiscuous women, how Jake be like, damn, you got her pregnant, you know. Yeah, you get your check, $120, man. Jake find it like, God damn, Jake roasting you at work, man. You 40 years old, you gotta live with your mother because you got so much child support coming out, man. Okay, you're making decisions in the flesh. Okay, you're going to prison, for you constantly in and out of prison, man. Okay, to now you're 40 years old, you have no skills as a man. Okay, now you're a laughing stock, man. Okay, and these women, you in these situations, you become a laughing stock, you become a meme based on your decisions in the flesh, man. Okay, and the scriptures teach us to what, man? Restrain. Okay. Let's go here. This is on GMS Prayer Always Hope for Elect, Sirach 7:26. Has thou a wife after thy mind? Okay, and see, you gotta think different, man. We talking about dealing with women, like women gotta be on the level, man. That's why the woman has became so, devalued, because the men, all right, a lot of men stop holding women accountable to a standard. Okay, a woman needs some aptitude, man. That word aptitude goes into the ability to learn. Okay, a woman is way more than just that pleasure, man. Way more. Okay, so as we dealing, and it's just a perspective. Like I said, brothers can, move how they want to move. I'm just putting a perspective out there, man. Don't let a yacht stop you from being great. Do your thing. Okay, but I'm just putting perspective out there based off personal experience and the scriptures, man. Okay, has there a wife after thy mind? Like, she need to be able to get on your program, man, and be efficient. Okay, not just sitting around because the way she looking in the fitted dress, man, and she get all the perks and privileges because she look a certain way in the fitted dress. Nah, man, it's way beyond that, man. Then you think about it, like, goddamn, we've been so over sexualized, like we've been seeing ass and titties, for decades, man. So it's like, God, what else do you do? Well, that's, you and your woman, you got your thing, or however, man, that's cool. That's, hey, you see, that's a perk that come with it. But then it's like, what else do you do, man? I need you to do some shit standing up. What can you do standing up? God damn. It says, forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. Okay, and a lot of men have fallen victim to giving themselves over to a light woman. Okay, giving themselves over to light women of low morale, women of no skill set. Okay, women of a promiscuous nature, high body count, low value, like, women with no discipline. Like, that's a lot. And this society is full of light women. Okay. And brother got this. All right, this the brother GMS through the fire, the brother Tazamak. This Sirach 9, chapter 9, verses 5 and 6. It says, Gauge not at the maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. Give not thy soul into a harlot, that thou lose thy inheritance, man. And we have a major inheritance coming, man. Now on the smaller scale, hey, dealing with these women and trying to, be in the flesh, trying to party and take them out, take the friends out, trying to live up to the standard of, what this world says a man should be towards a woman, man. Hey, you'll run through, okay, your your substance, man. Okay? Hell no, man. And it's ass backwards, man, because you're spending top dollar. This society teach you to spend top dollar for something that's devalued, man. That's greatly devalued. Okay? Sirach 9 and 8 says, Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. The finer a woman is, okay. The really in this society, the finer a woman is, the worse they are. Okay? Because they're going to be extremely narcissistic. Okay? They're going to want you to get on their program, and they're going to think that they require this great abundance of maintenance, financial maintenance, because of the way that they look, because men have already spoiled them. So it'd be a waste of time. That's why you see a woman, you see a woman like, damn, she fine, but then instantly the spirit kicked in, what type of hassle that's gonna be. So it's not even worth it. It will be a loss. It will be a bad deal. Okay? It said, for herewith love is kindled as fire. Okay? Now, let's go here. It's the brother beyond Yasha'Allah. 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, When I was a child, I spake as a child, understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things, man. And we have to put that childish way of thinking, when we're just in the flesh. Because we're in the times now, man, where a lot of these women are going to pop up in survival mode, man. Okay, and we don't want to be in the flesh. Okay, and make bad decisions just because we have options now. Like, nah, man, we need to remain stoic all the way through. Like, the hell with that, man. The hell with these women. Like, really, the American women is done. The American woman is done. The few sisters that the Lord gonna have mercy on, and like I say, I wouldn't trust nobody that ain't been around. You just pop up now because of the circumstances. Like, nah, man, you gotta keep moving, man. You just me personally speaking, like, nah, you gotta keep moving. And then the women, another thing with women come with these, like the American woman come with so much baggage, man. Let's get this real quick. This is why the Apostle Paul, he spoke these things, to the church. He was giving them advice, man, on how to move. He was giving them advice in the spirit. Now, when you go here, this is 1 Corinthians 7:27. It says, Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife. And whatever situation that the Lord has us in, man, just deal in that situation. Because if you're a brother that doesn't have a woman, that means that, there's some particular self-development that the Lord, has you going through, man. Okay? And one thing about it, brothers, you're not missing nothing. Okay? If you don't have a woman, of course, there's perks that come with having a woman, but then there's also maintenance too, which I want to go into. We're gonna get that, man. It's perks that come with it, but then there's also, another side of it, man. And it's speaking to you brothers, man, and just speaking the reality of it, man. Okay, sit here sugarcoat to you like this, just it's just a happy-go-lucky scenario. Like, nah, there's circumstances that come with these things, man. Okay? So at the end of the day, even if you a sister that's by yourself, hey, you need some self-development. That's why you by yourself, man. All right? Pretty much had your run in the world. Hey, sit your ass down, man. Okay? Sit your ass down somewhere. Think, reflect, shit. Now, verse 28 said, and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. So if you do, get with, a spouse, a wife, a husband, you done nothing wrong, but understand what come with it. Okay? And if a virgin marry, she have not sinned, nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh. I spare you, man. Trouble in the flesh, because what we have to understand, and mainly dealing with the American woman, because see, in America, the woman has been sexually liberated, because he's the Apostle Paul speaking of virgins. Okay? But anyway, when you take on a woman, because dealing with a possession, what does a possession need? Maintenance. If you buy a new car, you got to deal with new car maintenance. Okay? If you buy a used car, you got to deal with used car maintenance. It still has to be an upkeep so it can be efficient for the purpose that you need it for. Okay, so when you deal with a woman, you take on the responsibilities, and there's a maintenance, that comes with that, man. And in America, the woman has been sexually liberated, and what comes with sexual liberation? Trauma. They come from these environments where they're not watched over, so they, been through all these different experiences and events, and it comes with trauma. Okay, and the American woman, all right, needs a lot of emotional maintenance, man, and it can be draining. So when you think of things, see, like I say, it's easy to deal with a lot of women, and you just popping them, and you show up every other week, every other month. When you want to get your rocks off, yeah, you can deal with dozens of women in that fashion, man. But when you speak about taking on a wife, okay, and dealing with that emotional maintenance that these women have coming out of the world, being raised in America, like, because the man was affected, we were affected by, American westernization, things we still healing from, but the woman was heavily affected. Like, the woman was deeply infected by westernization in America, man, on a whole nother level. Okay? And it requires emotional maintenance, man. So when you think of it like that, like now, because we was excited about Isaiah 4:1, because what we was children, we were still children when we first came into this thing. We was excited, rubbing our hands together, like Birdman, like, yeah, finna tear some ass up, you see. But then when you understand like the emotional maintenance that come with that, now you look at Isaiah 4:1 and like, shit, I might sit this one out. Shit, I might sit this one out, goddamn, like, shit, And this is things that we learn as we mature. Okay, and the Apostle Paul was telling them, like, you get a woman, and you get married, but it's gonna be trouble in the flesh. I want to get that word trouble, but it's an upside to it as well. It's an upside to having, a woman, that's under your order. You can, there's benefits from that. Okay, but all women require some emotional maintenance, especially coming from this society. Okay, some more than others, and as a man, you gotta kind of weigh that out. When you gotta really vet a woman, man. A lot of times the main thing to do is to observe, because we are a result of our experiences and how we reacted to certain experiences. That's pretty much who we are. Okay, you look at, just for example, like a Bud Crawford. You see how he is, but then when you go into his story, how his mother handled him, the circumstances he came from. Okay, and you kind of see, okay, he's pretty much a product of his experiences he went through and how he's reacted to it, how he overcame. Or if you don't overcome, there's all that show. Okay, so like you are the experiences you went through and how you reacted to those experiences, man. So when you're dealing, as brothers, man, just observe, man. They gon' show you who they are through their actions, man. Okay, and the mouth can say anything. Niggas make whole CDs lying. Okay, platinum. Okay, and the action gonna tell it all, man. I'm gonna play a quick little video. It says a pressing. It's for trouble. A pressing together, pressure. Oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, and disgrace. All right, anguish or burden. So you have to understand. That's why, that Judite told Boaz, like, look, I can't take that on right now. It'll mess up my inheritance I got going. Like, I can't. It'll be too much for me right now. He made a decision in the spirit. He wasn't in the flesh, but the flesh was like, shit. You see them titties, nigga? Like, shit. You tripping. you know um y'all want to play this quick video, and I ain't got too much more. Let me play this real quick.
Women never, ever, ever lie. Never do they lie. She showed you her red flags from day one. You chose to ignore them. I might show it by how she dresses. And she might show you that she might be provocative, or she might show you with her sexual behavior. She might show you through how she is as a parent. She might not have kids and not prioritize them, or she may have denied another man access to the children. And you think you're going to be captain stepdad and you're going to save the day. But the reality is she showed you that she denies men access to the children, and myself included. We show men all of our red flags. Now we pick the man that allows us to get away with the most nonsense. Now, if you don't have many red flags as a woman, what will happen is you attract a man with really clear boundaries. But a woman filled with red flags will only select a man who's filled with low self-esteem. She will find the man who doesn't know how. Women never, ever, ever lie. Never do they lie. She showed you her red flags from day one. You chose to ignore them. I might show it by how she dresses. And she might show you that she might be provocative, or she might show you with her sexual behavior. She might show you through how she is as a parent. She might not have kids and not prioritize them, or she may have denied another man access to the children. And you think you're going to be captain stepdad and you're going to save the day. But the reality is she showed you that she denies men access to the children, and myself included. We show men all of our red flags. Now we pick the man that allows us to get away with the most nonsense. Now, if you don't have many red flags as a woman, what will happen is you attract a man with really clear boundaries. But a woman filled with red flags will only select a man who's filled with low self-esteem.
Yeah, man. So when I seen it, I was like, damn. Like, yeah. But see, what makes you ignore the red flags? And men and women as well. Because men show red flags that they're trash, that they're sorry. Okay? But what makes you ignore the red flags? Okay? The flesh. Okay? The flesh make you ignore all the red flags, man. Okay? Because men, they throw red flags. They show you who they are through their action, man. Women show you who they are through their actions, man, because you are a result of your experiences and how you reacted to those experiences. whether they overcame you or you overcame them. Okay. So I end it here. Let's go back to Corinthians. So let's get this back in Corinthians first. 1 Corinthians 7. All right, in 29. All right, it says, but I say this, brethren, the time is short. Yeah, we in the clutch right now, man. Okay, something can happen today and drastically change, the course of what's happening, man. Drastically change our circumstances, man. Okay. It says, but this I say, brethren, that the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. Okay. And what does that mean? That you neglect, your husband duties towards your wife? No, you can handle those things, but not be attached to these emotions. Okay. All these emotions that these women come with. There's certain times that, you just have to detach, man, and let the women, hey, you got to work this shit out on your own, man. And times, where you can be there, you kind of guide her through with wisdom and kind of, put a little pep in the step, man. But then at certain times, man, you can't get so entangled with that shit till it's a hindrance to our purpose in the spirit. So there's gonna be times where we gotta completely be dead to the BS and all the soap opera shit, because I hate that shit there, man. That soap opera shit. That shit that's just counterproductive. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but people put so much emphasis on, man. I hate that shit there, man. I have zero time for that shit there, man. So, each brother, got their different standards and how they move, but I'm saying I'm just putting perspectives out there. And if you can apply it, apply it. If not, do you, but yeah, I just wanted to bring this out, man. Something I was meditating on in the spirit about, the last 24 hours. So Lord will, you brothers, and you few sisters was edified once again. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.